right, everybody, welcome to Jazz Night Mahomet. Are you excited for the night? I will have you know this is a hot ticket. We are sold out tonight, so congratulations. And I also want you to know that we were voted by Mahomet Talk the #1 jazz club in Mahomet, so you are here. You are here. Congratulations. All right, we're going to start off the show tonight. First of all, you're in for a treat. This is an incredible band, and we're going to charge you again on the way out because they're that good. But this band's been through a lot the last 3 or 4 years. One year we played to an empty audience for our jazz night, which was interesting. We didn't get to go on our jazz band trip because of stuff that went on, and that was kind of a bummer. But then we got a thrill, and we got to play at the All-State Convention last year, and just what a treat it was to play for that. And our guest artists that played with us. And so we're just so excited to play for you tonight. We have a really good set we're going to enjoy. This first tune is one of my favorites. I've always wanted to play it with the band here, Mahomet, and finally got a band that I thought could really, really pull it off. So keep your fingers crossed. This is going to be a wild ride. This is a minor case of the blues by Matt Cattingham, and it features Isaac Hanson on alto saxophone, Lizzie Hanson on piano, and Aaron Raff on trumpet. And then at the very end, you're going to hear a marvelous drum solo by Daniel Trepicante. This is a minor case of the blues. take it you like that one? Played that tune in college, and I thought, oh, if I had trumpet players and saxophone players and trombone players and rhythm section players to play that, that'd be so cool. Well, we just did it, so that was cool. We're going to kind of switch gears here. And I'm sure we have in the crowd a lot of film fans. How many have seen the movie Charade? Okay, all 6 of you. Good. Real big film crowd tonight. Good job. Well, this is a kind of spy caper, and it's an excellent, excellent movie. The music was written by Henry Mancini for the movie, and this was kind of like the main theme of it. One of the judges this year, as we were competing, said, "Hey, I love your James Bond piece." Well, he obviously hasn't seen the movie either. But we're going to, where's he at? There you go. We're going to show off Roman DiGirolamo. He's going to play Charade. Roman D. Trollomo on trombone. Thank you very much. It makes my job so much easier when I have people who can play like that in the band. Roman, if you didn't know, Roman was All-State Honors Band this year at All-State, and he was second chair Honors All-State. So big round for We also had two other students that made All-State this year, and all of the kids who made All-State were in the jazz band, as you can imagine. The other one that made the All-State Jazz Band as a freshman, first time we've had a freshman make All-State, is Tucker Logan. Tucker, stand up. And then this next two we're going to play for you, we're going to show off our alto saxophone player. If you haven't heard about Isaac Hansen before tonight, you're going to know his name when you leave. Isaac, the last 2 years, has been in honors combo at All-State, which is the highest you can get. At the All-State level, it's a small group that are just incredible musicians and improvisation players. And we're going to let Isaac show off a little bit on body and soul. So please welcome Isaac Hansen. So far, right? can't remember if I mentioned it or not, but we do have 9 seniors in the band this year. And that's about a third of the band. So this is one of those transition years that, it's tough to see these kids move on. But we have had a wonderful, wonderful time over the last 8 years of making music together. And they will be sorely missed. Let me just tell you that right now. We were talking about that in the band before we came out, how a pleasure it is to work with these guys every day. In the past years, I would do bios for everybody in the band, give the band time to rest their chops. But with 2 other bands playing tonight, we're going to have like an hour to rest. So I just have the seniors now just write a little bio, tell you about themselves, and kind of give them one last, goodbye to the Mahomet Jazz Band. So we're going to start off with Max Bartlett on drums right here. There's Max Bartlett. And he says this, well, I'm not entirely sure how to start this. I guess I'll take a page out of every teacher after a break. I'll say my name, grade, and one interesting thing about myself. Hi, my name is Max Bartlett. I'm a senior in high school, and the one interesting thing is that in my big toes, my big toes don't bend all the way. Do anybody's big toes bend all the way? I don't think my toes do that either. Show of hands, whose toes do that? All right, nobody. So. No
one notices it until I show them.
Well, I don't want to see it. He says, now that that's out of the way, I'll talk a little bit about myself. I am a little bit strange. Especially in jazz band. There are times when the band is talking about something and there will be a few jokes thrown around, and then I just can't not say something. The problem is that when I want to talk, my inner dialogue is around 5 steps ahead of where it needs to be in order to say something that actually makes sense, and this means I just blurt out stuff. Mostly off topic and random things that nobody understands. In all honesty, I can say that jazz band has been one of my most formative and favorite experiences in my life so far. Cannot think of a better way to spend my time than playing some great music with some amazing, talented people who are also my best friends. And in fact, jazz band really introduced me to basically all the people that made high school such a blast for me. Additionally, getting into jazz band was really when music became a center point of my life. So I want to thank everyone who helped that happen. Mr. Meyer, Mr. Stevens, that's me. My drum teacher, Josh Quirk, my family, my girlfriend, and my friends. I'm not sure what my future holds. No, I haven't decided where I will go to college to study physics. But I do know music will always be one of the richest parts of my life. And I'm truly grateful for it. As my time comes to a close, I want to leave you by telling you my 3 Golden Corral favorites. They are Bourbon Street Chicken, Bourbon Street Chicken, and Bourbon Street Chicken. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the show. That's Robert. Another senior we have is in the front row. He plays tenor saxophone. Caden Raquel, right here. He says, I have been in jazz band all 4 years of high school, yet I still procrastinate to such an extent that this Bible was written when I got to school tonight. I've been lucky to be involved with the band, and this band especially, and wish everyone the best of luck in their future endeavors. I'd like to thank my friends, my family, and my girlfriend for their support over my time here, and I hope everyone enjoys their time tonight. To end off my bio, I leave you with all my top 3 Golden Corral favorites. You want to say these with me? Number 1.
Bourbon Street Chicken.
Number 2.
Bourbon Street Chicken.
And number 3.
Bourbon Street Chicken.
And then this last part, I understand, quote, the Yelverton family? I don't understand what that means.
There's the one where it's got from.
Oh.
There's a quote on the wall at Golden Corral that just says, like, those my top 3 Golden Corral favorites.
The Yelverton family? I learned something tonight. All right, we're going to end our first set with a really cool tune. This is called Such Sweet Thunder. Thank you very, very much. We're going to leave you in the good hands of the top junior high jazz band. They'll be up here in just a second or two. So thank you very much. We'll see you after the intermission.
One, two, ready.
Good evening. We are the Junior High Jazz Ensemble. That last tune was Work Song, featured Rachel Andraus on the trumpet, Brooke Rhodes on the alto sax, Grayson Charkasi on the bari sax, and Johnny Andraus on the trombone. We're going to bring up one of our 8th graders, the very talented Brockton Parker, to be featured on this next tune written by Thelonious Monk. It's entitled Round Midnight. band has done a lot in the past 2 months. Back in January, we went to the Purdue Jazz Festival. I believe that was the first time ever that Mahomet has gone to the Purdue Jazz Festival. We were named second on the day. This is a festival with over 90 bands coming from 5 different states. And there were 11 different bands in the junior high room, so it's a great honor. We were actually going to play around midnight at Purdue and Eastern Illinois, the other competition we went to, but Brockton broke his pinky. So third time's a charm, and we actually got to play it this time. This next tune is one of my favorites. It's written by the great Bobby Timmons. It's entitled Dat Dare, but we called it Dat Deer. I don't know what deer, but apparently there's a deer. What? Who's your English teacher? Cool. I'm going to talk to her. Claudio on the alto saxophone, and Rachel on drums. And the strategy with the high D for everyone on the audience. We're going to bring up two more of our 8th graders, Johnny on drums and Micah Gutierrez for the Creole Love Call. This also features Brooke Rhodes on alto and Rachel again on the trumpet. All right, I'm going to take a couple moments to introduce the band to you. This group has a lot of 8th graders. Nearly all of them were in the group last year as well, which is part of the reason they're so damn good. Back in the trumpet section, we have Megan Smith, Rachel Andraus, Annika McLaughlin, and Micah Gutierrez. They are all 8th graders. For the trombone section, we have Nathan Lewis, Johnny Andraus, Ethan Brewer, and Elliot Smith holding it down on the bass drum. Up in front, we have Brockton Parker, Finley Smith, not related to the other Smith, Allison Reboyo, Brooke Rhodes, Ella Gerber, and Grayson Shuckowski. For our rhythm section, on the piano up here we have Victoria Traficanti. Our other piano player sitting in the back, she's Elena Webb. On bass we have Emily Ramirez. And our do-everything bass drummer extraordinaire is in the back, Jack Geiger. And finally, holding down on drums, Brody Hellman. Many of these students were recognized for their outstanding solos at the EIU and Purdue festivals that we went to. Raise your hand if you got a certificate or an award for a solo. More of you than that. Also, we were very honored to have Brody Helmuth and Johnny Andraus recognized as the 2 best soloists of the day. Brody at Purdue and Johnny at Eastern Illinois both received summer music camp scholarships to 2 different music camps in the Midwest. Our last tune is entitled The Big Band Theory. We're going to feature Finley Smith, Brockton Parker, Megan Smith, and Elliot Smith. So the 3 Smiths and Brockton. And Brody is going to throw it down on the drums towards the end. You're in for a treat. Thank you. We've had a great time playing this place. Thank you. I've been told there are treats out in the lobby. I hope that's true. Hi, Mr. Peters.
How about the junior high jazz ensemble? It is 7:12. I'd like to do our second half about 7:40. So enjoy the treats, and we'll see you back here in about 25 minutes or so.
Second half. We're the first.
Welcome back. We are the Mahomet-Seymour Junior High Lab Band for the first time ever. On that tune, which was entitled Blues in Haas Flat, also known as Blues in Frankie's Flat, made famous by the Count Basie Band, we featured Will Martin on the piano. Kira Sternhagen on the trumpet. Ty Gurrell on the alto saxophone. And Noah Coppett on the trumpet. If you've ever seen the movie The Polar Express, you might recognize this next tune. It's entitled Hot Chocolate. It's going to feature our one of our bassists, Liv Wheatley, as well as the rest of the band. This is entitled Hot Chocolate. Going to take a second to introduce the band before our next tune. This band is mostly 6th and 7th graders, a couple of 8th graders. This is kind of our introductory group to jazz. We just wanted a way to involve more kids in the program, and this was our way of doing that. We met twice a week, Monday and Friday mornings. If you've ever played 7:30 a.m. jazz, it's something. Back in the trumpets, we have Ava Summer, Kira Sternhagen, Nolan Coggett, Marcus Gerber, Abby Russo, and Christian Missy. Up in the trombone and tuba section, we have Kingsley Boateng on the trombone, Greg Borton, Evan Hunt, and Adam Smigelski laying it down on the tuba. In the front row on the saxophones, we have Jack on tenor, Jack Anderson, Gianna Bone on alto, Weston Dodge, also on alto, Ty Gurrell on the alto, Taylor Keller on tenor, and Dom Gaudio on the very side. Our rhythm section includes two wonderful piano players, Will Martin and Mason Flores. Liv Wheatley is our excellent bassist. And we have two drummers, Annie Pope and Jude Durrell. This next tune is a lot of fun. It's entitled The Chicken. It's a funk chart. We're going to feature one of our 8th graders, Ty Gurrell, on his alto sax, and then Liv Wheatley as well on the bass. This is The Chicken. At one point, we had another tune called Bad Dog, and they kept asking me, why do all of our songs have to do with animals? So our next tune is entitled Fat Cat, and I wrote Fat Cat on the board, and then, I don't know which one of them did it, but they wrote, with ketchup, exclamation point. Go see the doctor, I guess. Hopefully we aren't any cats. Who is this? Who are soloing this in? We have Caleb Keller on the tenor sax, Marcus Gerber on the trumpet, Kingsley Boateng on the trombone, Ada Summer on the trumpet, and Evan Hunt on the trombone. Those are all going to be our soloists on Fat Cat. We've had a great time playing for you tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. You're in for a treat with the high school jazz band doing their second set in just a moment. Anyways, Fat Cat.
We've only got 4 more hours of music for you, so hope you're ready to go. We'll have a second snack here in a few minutes, and then some more milk later for you. So, and a bedtime story, yes. We're going to play actually 4 more tunes for you. The first tune we're going to play is a tune by David Benoit. Any David Benoit fans out there? Anybody know who David Benoit is?
Right here.
All right. Is he? Who's David Benoit? Yeah, he's still dude, but he's a great piano player, and this is a tune that he wrote. This is called Cafe Rio. We call it Brazilian Starbucks. So enjoy. introduce to you Gabe DeFonis on trumpet back here. Gabe's one of our seniors, and here's what he says. He goes, "Hi, my name is Gabe DeFonis, and this is my 4th and final year in jazz band. Very sad. Some of my hobbies that I enjoy doing are photography, running, nerding out about cars." He knows a lot about cars. I was blown away. I love cars, but he knows so much more about cars than me. Playing piano, and you guessed it, playing the trumpet. I've been playing trumpet for a while now, and I've learned that being in this band really tests my abilities, especially how high I can play without passing out. And this is not a joke. When we first started playing that first tune tonight that you heard, that minor case of the blues, every time we finished the song, we had to catch him. And so we had a thing. Aaron was like, "Okay, man, you play the note, I'll be right behind you. If you fall down, I got you, man." Some of my favorite memories from jazz band include playing, with the trumpet section whenever we get a chance. It's tradition. Playing at Allstate last year, feeling really sick after eating the concession stand cheese dip during a basketball game. Hearing Roman's last name get butchered in every way possible. Oh, you should have been there last week. He actually called him Roman DiGiorno. And we all got really hungry and we couldn't understand why, but then we figured it out later. And just getting to chill with my friends and all the cool people in the band. I've had a great time with this group and we'll definitely miss it. Thank you to everyone who came to listen tonight. Goodbye. Gabe DeFonis. Hey Gabe, we got a gig next weekend, so don't leave yet. Okay. All right, our next senior is Roman DiGiorno. He says, "Hello there, my name is Roman DiGiorno, but you may also know me as Roman DiGormarmi, Roman DiGorolamo, Roman DiGiorno," is my favorite, and Roman Doobie-Doobie-Doo. If anyone has any other suggestions, feel free to contact me at one of the following anyway. This is my 7th straight year at Mahomet Jazz Band. He's been in high school for 7 years now. We're finally getting rid of him. Was it econ? What was the class, man? Yeah, okay. I've met many of my closest friends through the band, and I'm incredibly lucky to have been a part of it. From playing Super Mario Brothers at basketball games to hearing Evan Dirk's beautiful angelic opera voice. Evan, can you get a little taste? I've made a lot of fond memories over the years. Just the other day at the EIU competition, for example, I was able to bear witness to one of the fine citizens of Charleston, Illinois, who was clearly under the influence of several intoxicating substances. And this guy had the most heartfelt 3-minute conversation with the Jimmy John Wall. So there you go with that. Before taking up too much of your time, I'd like to share a quick anecdote in an effort to perhaps impart some wisdom before you leave here tonight. He says, "Now, I never win any raffles or get lucky with any games of chance. So 3 years ago, when Yelverton, the traveling street merchant, approached me, excited about Golden Corral after the ISU jazz competition, and offered me a magical monkey paw that would grant me 3 wishes. I couldn't believe my luck. The next week there was dinner dance, and I managed to attend after barely overcoming a deadly illness likely caused by the Golden Corral chocolate fountain. Here's a quote from my freshman year bio showing the use of one of those magical wishes. Jazz band this year has been super fun. But I sincerely hope we don't have to go back to Golden Corral next year." And then was that February 29th, or was that the next thing? Okay, that was February 29th. Okay. Then 2 weeks later, we heard the news that we'd be having an extended spring break. Needless to say, we did not go anywhere the next year. I guess I learned a couple of things from that experience. For one, never eat at Golden Corral. And the next, be careful what you wish for. I've often spent jazz band practices wishing to go home and do other things and waiting the end of February so I could get my Saturdays back. But now, looking back at the past 7 years, the only thing I wish is I could have done more. I've spent so much of my time looking forward to the future that I've often forgotten to live in the moment, to enjoy the wonderful people that I have around me in this band. So my advice is this, which I may have stolen from Star Trek. Live now, make now always the most precious time, and now will never come again. Roman D. Girolamo on drama. Next is our piano player somewhere. There she is, Elizabeth Hansen back there. Here's what Lizzie has to say. She was good evening, everybody. My name is Lizzie Hansen. I've been playing piano in the high school jazz band for 4 years. And see, Roman, 4 years. Oh, okay. I've been very involved with music and other extracurricular activities at the high school to the point where I color code my planner obsessively. Next year, I hope to pursue a double major in music ed and vocal performance and still color code my planner obsessively. Before you ask, no, I am still not certain where I'm going to go to school yet. Come to think of it, if the whole music career doesn't work out, I can always be my little brother's manager. I may consider the possibility of giving him a sibling discount, and we'll see about that anyways. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time in jazz band, and I'm still trying to process how quickly it flew by. Shout out to Mr. Stevens, Mr. Bossenbrook, all the parents and students that make tonight possible. Gage, I won't say the next part because it hasn't happened yet. Isaac, buddy, I'm so proud of you and marvel each time you play. And my best friend, Delaney, love you guys. That's Elizabeth Hansen. All right, we're going to play a Patty Darling tune now. And this is one that I picked up because a lot of these kids are going to be playing in the Apollo Conference Jazz Festival here in a week or so. And one of the tunes they're playing is this tune, so I wanted to kind of give them a head start. So this is Ace of Hearts by Patty Darling. up to senior Delaney Miller down here on tenor saxophone. She says, hey there, I'm Delaney and I'm a senior. Being in jazz band has been one of my favorite parts of high school. This year has been even more fun than past years, I think partially due to the fact that now I'm a senior and I've stopped caring where Stevens thinks. Yeah, hold on. I think partially due to the fact that I'm a senior and I've stopped caring whether Stevens thinks I need to be institutionalized or not. It's also more fun because I have a tenor buddy this year named Allie Bilger. She's a very mature freshman who makes sure to listen to audios of our song Moanin' on Spotify. But in past years, it's always been fun because of Lizzie Hanson, my best friend. She always lights up any room she walks into, especially if Gage is there. She's one of the kindest, most pure intentioned people out there, and I'm blessed to have her as a best friend. There's also her brother Isaac, who quotes some very interesting things in his solos, including a tornado siren. The other day, we're in rehearsal, and he stands up and he goes, and then we're like, what are you doing? He goes, tornado siren. Oh, let's see here. He's the kind of guy you look at and think, man, this guy's potty is definitely full. We had nicknames for all of our sons. So this is an inside joke that you don't get because you weren't there, but Body and Soul, Delaney said, Mr. Stevens, we should call the song The Potty is Full. So we did. Noelle, last name not included because I can't spell it, is the alpha that sits next to me. She's especially sweet, and I'm thankful she's next to me and not Andrew. Aside from that, I'm thankful to all of the jazz band, and I will miss you all when I'm in college. I'm also thankful to my parents and my brothers, even though my brother Quinn said he couldn't come to this because he was gone the past 3 years and decided it's too boring. Keep in mind, this is coming from a guy who studied an entire set of cards of a board game we own so he could have them memorized. I can say this because he's not here. And finally, I'm thankful to Stevens, Bossenbrook, and Meyer. May his soul rest in peace. They've all been very encouraging, and I'm sure that they've forgotten some of the things they've said to me along the way, but I want to make sure that those small encouragements are what made some of my days here at MHS tolerable. I'll always be thankful for the time they've put in their students and the amount of band points Stevens has so generously given out. Thank you for listening to my bio to conclude in the words of Stevens, I'll be suing you. How about Andrew Robinson, right here? Andrew Robinson. Hello, my name is Andrew Robinson. I'm a senior and I play the alto saxophone, but presumably you were able to use context clues to figure those things out. Something you could not have figured out through context clues is today is my 18th birthday! That means I'm an adult now. Keep thinking that. And legally have to register for the draft. It's selective service, Andrew. Selective service, there is no draft. This is not 1968. Selective service, that's what it is. Jeff, where are you? You got to teach this boy right. Selective service. Mr. Pogue is wrong. Selective service. All right. Being a senior is really weird, and by the way, I don't think I've ever fully believed that 1 year, it would be actually my senior year, but distinctly remember being a third grader in 2013 and learning that I would graduate in 2023 and then thinking, that's like 10 years away. That'll never happen. Clearly, I was wrong. I've heard some people call senior year the year of lasts. It's a title that evokes a wide variety of emotions, but one thing this title didn't prepare me for was how normal being a senior feels. To me, I thought that something being its last somehow meant that the something would be different. But fundamentally, the something doesn't change. It's just that this time, the something is its last. There are no neon signs everywhere telling me this is my last year of jazz band. It just feels like another year of jazz band. It also just happens to be the last year I get to be in this incredible jazz band. That's a lot of jazz band. The last year I get to be in this band of incredible musicians who love to play music together. The last year I get to be in this band that other people think, listen to and think, they're pretty good. The last year I get to be in this band full of many of my closest friends who are credited with helping me become the person I am today and could never be more thankful for. The last year I get to be in this band with such a tight-knit group of seniors whose friendships were cemented in stone since we all began 7th grade jazz band together with Mr. Meyer. The last year I get to be in this band directed by Mr. Stevens, who has succeeded in creating a space in which this group can thrive and be able to do much more than just play the notes on the page. Thank you, Andrew. The last year I get to be in this band that has given me so many incredible memories that I will be dearly holding on to the rest of my life. And it's the last year I get to be in this band, and I'm so incredibly glad that I got to be in this band. Andrew Robinson, right there on the top. Gage Williams. Hello, my name is Gage Williams, and I've been in a high school band for the last 5 years. He and Roman were on the same track, I guess. No, I'm not a super senior. I was invited to play the band as an 8th grader. I would never have been able to play some of those challenging songs, including Absolutacrous, if it weren't for the help of the former jazz band pianist, who's also my brother. His name is Gavin. He should be in the audience somewhere out there. There he is. A few of the other activities I've been involved with at the high school are the men's tennis team, drumline, Madrigal's freshman mentoring program. Next fall, I will be attending the University of Nebraska and pursuing a degree in construction engineering and management. Shout out to Gavin, Russ, and Terre Haute Golden Corral. Enjoy the rest of the show. That's Gage Williams right there. Last year, Lizzie sang a song at the concert, and I thought it went pretty well, so I asked her to do another one. And she goes, can I sing I'll Be Seeing You, since this is my farewell concert? And I said, of course. So she's going to be singing for you the wonderful standard, I'll Be Seeing You. I've been in jazz bands since 7th grade, playing dairy for this year, last year, and 8th grade. You may also recognize me from my appearance in films, such as The Godfather, Part 2, Goodfellas, Citizen Kane. And I'm also blind. After 6 years of jazz band memories, you'd think I would have an idea of what to write, but to be honest, I've got nothing. So as I sit on my bed at 9:41 p.m. on Thursday night with this F122 menu music, begging me to drive a virtual car with a PS5 controller instead of writing this, I will try to think of something. I'll start with a few fun facts about myself. If you couldn't tell by the title, I can't read. If you couldn't tell by the last little bit there, I am a very big F1 fan, and I can name the world champion of every season back to 1994. 1984 on a good day. Who won it in 1997?
1997, that would have been Jacques Villeneuve. Somebody can go and look at the
You could say whatever, I wouldn't know the difference. Recently, my favorite band musicians have been Avatar, not the Airbender, or the Blue People, but a circus-themed male band. Also Billy Joel and One Direction. I find explaining my... Give a fever? Okay. I find explaining my taste in music very difficult. I can understand that. After receiving a haircut last week, MSHS teacher, Mr. Michael Berner, called me a handsome man. Which I can only assume is an honor few people hold. Although this is my 6th jazz band season, it's only my 5th jazz night dinner dance thing. As I was exposed to COVID sophomore year, never got it by the way, and could not come to the school for that, which was not swagalicious. I only put that last part just so Stevens would say swagalicious. Haha, he said it again. Now that I've had a little bit of time to write, I think I can talk about jazz band. I think I can safely say this activity has given me some of my fondest memories throughout high school, from having a near-death eating experience at Golden Corral to playing Moanin' by Charles Mingus last year, which is definitely the most fun I've ever had on stage. I bet you're all thinking, man, that song was so cool, wish they played it again, so I can give this guy a sick high five after the show. We'll see. This is getting a bit long, so I'll cap it off by saying thank you to everyone who supported me with my musical ventures the past 6 years. And even bigger thank you to Mr. Stevens and Mr. Meyer for making my band experience amazing and unforgettable. And the biggest thank you to Mr. Fossenberg for all that other stuff and complimenting my shoes one time. Stevens and Meyer did not do that. Thanks for listening and have a great night. Oh, Anita Blair! So we are out of snacks and we're out of music. So have a great night. Thanks for coming. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next year.